Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the SH Figuarts Sasuke Uchiha. So yes, here we have a new Naruto figure, new-ish, it's a more recent one. This is the second Sasuke they've made from the battle with Itachi. I never got the first one, but I think this one is a better figure, even if I do technically like the design of the first figure a little bit more. I think this one's better made. And overall, he is a pretty cool thing to have if you do like Naruto, or especially like Sasuke, or other things in this sort of vicinity here. Now let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, sculpt, paint details, all those sorts of things.
Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Sasuke. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. As usual, the Japanese 1/12 scale stuff is generally smaller than American 6-inch scale stuff, but still much bigger than 3 3/4-inch figures. Let's get everything else out of here and just look at Sasuke. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Sasuke's robe is sort of a dark, pale sort of blue. It's sleeveless, and it's open at the chest, and you can see bindings around his ribs. He's got on some bracers, which have tape sort of wrapped around the top and bottom of them. Then he's got the big flared out part of his robe, and one of those big ropes wrapped around his waist, like Orochimaru has. He's got a little satchel on his back, as well as his sword sheath. Then he's got dark pants, ankle wrappings, and he's got on his little sandals. All in all, looks really good. Very good representation of the outfit he was wearing when he fought Itachi. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpts. Head sculpt wise, of course, Sasuke has his dark, spiky hair, and then he has 3 different faces. He's got his normal sort of stern expression. Then he has his combat expression with Sharingan eyes and the gritted teeth. And then he has his face, which is meant to be combined with Itachi for the whole forehead poking thing. It's not really that good. It really just looks like he's cross-eyed. They didn't put very much expression into it. His eyes should be like wider, and his mouth should be open a bit. And if they wanted to go the full thing with it, it should have like blood and stuff on it. But I know they don't tend to do that with any Figuarts releases I've seen. Either way, is not that great, and I would have liked to recreate that scene, and it's just, I would like for that to have been better. Also, having more than 3 faces would be nice, but it's a reasonable amount, I suppose. Now let's go ahead and zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Sasuke has pretty standard levels of Figuarts articulation. Ball peg in the head and the neck, so you can get full range of motion in those 2 joints. Shoulders go in and out, forward and back, and move around inside the socket there, and rotate. Got your double jointed elbows, wrist hinge, and rotation. He's got 2 separate ball pegs in the abdomen, so you can get full range of motion in there. You also get a ball peg on the front of the rope, so you can move that out of the way if you so desire. Hips drop down, move forward and back, in and out, rotate around on the joint, double jointed knees, and hinge and pivoting in the ankles with the toe joint. So you should be able to get him into pretty much any pose you want to, with the exception that his hips don't move all that well because of the big skirt. It moves out of the way some, but it still limits articulation a bit. Now let's go ahead and move on to some accessories. Accessories-wise, of course, Sasuke comes with several different hands. He has 2 fist hands, 2 holding hands for his sword. He's got 2 open palm grasping sort of hands, 2 more gestural open-y kind of hands. Then he's got 2 flat hands, which is what you apply his Chidori effect to. And he's got 2 two-finger jutsu sort of hands. Here is the Chidori effect that I mentioned. It's a lot cooler than Kakashi's, if you've seen that. It's a little lightning thingy, and then you clip it around the flat hands. It sort of separates out into 2 parts. You can just kind of slide it over there, the hand as well, but it'll generally snap apart anyway. So you just sort of clip that on there. And then instead of having an actually sheathable sword, you get 1 whole piece sheathed sword, and then a sword and a separate sheath. Since it's such a thin sword, I guess it would probably be a bad idea to try to make it a functional sheath. But you can shove that down into the back of his robe. So, all in all, a good amount of accessories certainly should improve your posing options. Now that wraps it up for Sasuke and all of his accessories, so let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, you get your standard sort of SH Figuarts style packaging. Picture of Sasuke on the side, big window, Naruto logo, Bandai logo, all those sorts of things. SH Figuarts and some Japanese stuff that I'm just gonna assume says something about this being Sasuke, probably. And on the back you get little descriptions in Japanese that I can't read, as well as pictures of the figure, and some Japanese warning stuff that I also can't read. As always, these are good for in or out of package displays, so yeah, Sasuke.
Alright, that wraps it up for Sasuke. So until next time, goodbye.
Thanks for watching one of my videos. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video or subscribe if you would like to see my future content. If not, run away. Run away and never return. Also, feel free to support me on Patreon at patreon.com/vrreviews. Follow me on Twitter at VenomRaptor09, or follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/vrreviews. Thank you, and goodbye.